All right, so let's face it. The housing market has had more than its fair share of ups and downs over the past 5 years. From record low inventory and incredible low interest rates to multiple offers and record-setting home appreciation and every single scenario in between, it has been a wild ride. But for those of us who are continuing to pay attention, this roller coaster seems to be far from coming to a screeching halt. If anything, economists and real estate experts all across the country are fearing another round of wild activity may be in store for buyers and sellers in 2023. Even with interest rates on the rise and rumors of higher mortgage rates on the horizon, locally we are continuing to see some homes receiving multiple offers, selling incredibly fast and over the list price. Something all real estate agents are all too familiar with considering what we've experienced the past couple of years. So, knowing what we know, here are the 4 biggest challenges the housing market faces in 2023. Number 1, low inventory. Simply put, there are just too few homes for sale nationwide. Yes, inventory has creeped up a little bit over the past year, thanks in part to higher interest rates, but still there isn't enough inventory to satisfy buyer demand. Think of it this way. Real estate at its purest form is simply supply and demand. If supply is up and demand is low, homes will sell for less and sit on the market longer. However, in today's case, with continued low inventory, supply has not improved enough, and even though some buyers have decided to hold off on purchasing a home, there are still far too few homes for sale nationwide. All right, challenge number 2, rate-locked homeowners. According to the Federal Housing Finance Agency, the average interest rate for current homeowners is less than 4%. In fact, roughly 25% of all current mortgages nationwide is at 3% or below, while nearly 41% of all current mortgages ranges between 3 and 4%. And while roughly 34% of all other remaining mortgages fall somewhere between 4 and 6%. So what does this all mean? If the majority of all current homeowners are locked in with an interest rate either at or below 6%, and today's typical mortgage rate offered to new buyers is over 6%, many homeowners are opting to stay put instead of moving into another home with a higher borrowing cost. This is why we call most of today's homeowners rate locked. So with many homeowners rate locked and reluctant to sell, it's a challenge for a housing market that needs more inventory. But there seems to be some relief possibly coming soon as economists and real estate experts project mortgage rates will rise in the short term, but are expected to gradually fall this year. And that could mean more sellers will be moving as soon as rates change. But if we already have super low inventory, even with higher interest rates, and homes continue to sell above the list price, what will happen if rates fall and more buyers flood the market? It could be a perfect storm. All right, challenge number 3, sellers' fear of not finding something to buy. This is something I hear all the time when I'm talking to people about listing their home. This tends to be another factor holding back potential sellers who believe if they sell their home today, they might not be able to find a new home if they choose to move. This fear causes many potential sellers from listing their home as they worry they will have no place to go. This is why, if you are on the fence about selling, it's important to consider all of your options. And one of the many reasons it's important to work with a real estate team or real estate agent who has expansive knowledge of the market, as well as an inside step on potential off-market opportunities. So if you're on the fence about selling, it's important to consider all of your options. All right, challenge number 4. After steadily falling over the winter, mortgage rates have started to rise in the recent weeks. This is concerning to some potential home buyers as the combination of higher mortgage rates and higher home prices have made some homes less affordable overall. This recent uptick in rates is being driven by what is happening with inflation. Simply put, mortgage rates have increased across the board recently due to the belief that inflation will persist, therefore requiring the Federal Reserve to keep monetary policy restrictive longer than expected. So what advice do I have for home shoppers? If you are thinking about pausing your home search because rates have started to go up again, you may want to reconsider. Regardless of the challenges I have outlined, this could actually be an opportunity to buy the home you've been searching for. In fact, according to a most recent survey, mortgage applications declined by 13% in just 1 week. So it appears the rise in mortgage rates is leading some potential homebuyers to put their search on hold which could, in some cases, help you as a potential buyer in this market. Bottom line, whether you are a buyer or a seller or both, you have options. Over the last few weeks, mortgage rates have risen. This is true. But that doesn't mean you should delay your plans to buy a home. Depending on the situation, you could take advantage of less buyer competition. And for you sellers out there, with the continued low supply of homes for sale, lower than the pre-pandemic levels, today's market could be a sweet spot that can work to your advantage. I'll catch you guys next time.